What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Daily Walk with Lance. This is where I take my morning Bible devotional, I record it and upload it and share it with you guys. Like I say before every video, don't view me as a spiritual leader, pastor, prophet. I'm nothing like that. I'm just the average Joe trying to show other average Joes that you can incorporate more Bible in your life, learn the will of God better, and live a better life. If you'll even just take 20 minutes out of your day every day to be in the Word, because we need to get people off this one day a week thing. We should be in it every day. And then you should be enjoying Christian content on top of that. I'm grateful for every view I get, but at the end of the day, you need to be in the Bible for yourself. All right. So let's get into it today. Let's see. Joshua's old. Hold on. Why is my... Hold on. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're in the Old Testament today. We are in the book of Joshua, chapter 7, and as always, we're in the New American Standard Bible, and we're going to pick it up, verse 6, and probably go through the end of the chapter. Little context, this is Israel and the Amorites are about to go to war, and then also the Israelites had won a battle, and they had taken things in that they weren't supposed to, things they were supposed to destroy, and so therefore they were starting to lose. And so we pick it up where Joshua starts talking to God about it. And it's right after they lost like 36 soldiers right before this happened, and that's what makes Joshua go to the Lord like, hey, what's up? All right, it says, "Then Joshua tore his clothes and fell to the ground on his face before the ark of the Lord," which is the Ark of the Covenant, until the evening, both he and the elders of Israel, and they put dust on their heads. And Joshua said, "O Lord God, why did you ever bring this people across the Jordan, only to hand us over to the Amorites, to eliminate us? If only we had been willing to live beyond the Jordan. O Lord, what can I say, since Israel has turned their back before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land will hear about it, and they will surround us and eliminate our name from the earth. And what will you do for your great name?" So the Lord said to Joshua, "Stand up. Why is it that you have fallen on your face? Israel has sinned, and they have also violated my covenant which I commanded them. And they have even taken some of the things designated for destruction, and have both stolen and kept it a secret. Furthermore, they have also put them among their own things. Therefore the sons of Israel cannot stand against their enemies. They turn their backs before their enemies, because they have become designated for destruction. I will not be with you anymore unless you eliminate from your midst the things designated for destruction. Stand up, consecrate the people, and say, 'Consecrate yourselves for tomorrow, because the Lord, the God of Israel, has said this. These are things designated for destruction in your midst, Israel. You cannot stand against your enemies until you have removed the designated things from your midst. So in the morning you shall come forward by your tribes, and it shall be the tribe which the Lord selects by lot shall come forward by families, and the family which the Lord selects shall come forward by households, and the household which the Lord selects shall come forward man by man. And it will be that the one who is selected with the things designated for destruction shall be burned with fire, he and all that belongs to him, because he has violated the covenant of the Lord, and because he has committed a disgraceful thing in Israel." And then we start with verse 16, and this part of it's called the sin of Achan, Achan. I can never get that name right. And it says, "So Joshua got up early in the morning and brought Israel forward by tribes, and the tribe of Judah was selected. So he brought the family of Judah forward, and he selected the family of the Zahirites, Then he brought the family of the Zerites forward, man by man, and Zabadi was selected. And he brought his house forward, man by man, and Achan, son of Cami, son of Zabadi, son of Zerah, from the tribe of Judah, was selected. Then Joshua said to Achan, my son, I implore you, give glory to the Lord, the God of Israel, and give praise to him, and tell me now what you have done. Do not hide it from me. So Achan answered Joshua and said, truly I have sinned against the Lord, the God of Israel, and this is what I did. When I saw among the spoils a beautiful robe from Shinar, or Babylon, 200 shekels of silver, and a bar of gold 50 shekels in weight, then I wanted them and took them, and behold, they are hidden in the ground inside my tent with the silver underneath. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran to the tent, and behold, it was hidden in his tent, the silver underneath it. So they took them from inside the tent, and brought them to Joshua and to all the sons of Israel, and they laid them out before the Lord. Then Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, the silver, the robe, the bar of gold, his sons, his daughters, his oxen, his donkeys, his sheep, his tent, and all that belonged to him, and they brought them up to the valley of Acre. And Joshua said, why have you brought disaster on us? The Lord will bring disaster on you this day. And all Israel stoned them with stones, and they burned them with fire, after they had stoned them with stones. Then they erected over him a large heap of stones that stands to this day, and the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger. Therefore the name of that place has been called the Valley of Acre to this day. And again, that is Joshua and most of chapter 7. Like I said, we picked it up at verse 6, and we went to the end, which was verse 26. And so this is, people like to say Christianity is supposed to be all about love and tolerance and all this other rubbish. When no, like, God deals with the true ways of the world. He knows the true hearts of everyone. He will punish people. Like, a lot of people don't. Granted, when Jesus came and fulfilled the law, some things changed a little bit. But at the end of the day, when you disobey God, he will still punish you. Like, we don't do, quite as much of this kind of stuff anymore. Because again, Jesus fulfilled the law. But at the end of the day, God's going to deal with things. And if you make a covenant with God, he's going to take that way more seriously than you believe. And sometimes we need little reminders that these promises and covenants we make with God are very real and come with a very serious situation. Like, it's not something you can just throw away easily. Like, when you make a pact with God, he expects you to follow through with it, because again, you're making a pact with God. The person who is the creator over all things. And he gives us our free will, but at the end of the day, the way that you don't earn your salvation necessarily. You believing in Jesus gets you your salvation, but in order to get fruits and to show other people you've truly changed, you got to start being obedient, even though it might not be something illegal, or it might not even be something the world considers evil anymore. But because you made a covenant with God, you follow through with it. Like, even Moses, when he disobeyed God, he paid the price of not getting to enter the promised land. When he shook the rock instead of speaking to the rock, God said, all right, Moses, you didn't say your salvation is gone, but he said you disobeyed what I wanted you to do, so now your punishment is going to be you don't get to see the promised land until after you pass away. And he's the same way with us. Like I said, there's we don't have quite the heavy consequences that there used to be, but the covenant and the promises are still just as serious, just as binding. Like, you know, especially as Americans, we got to take it more seriously. You know, we play around with sin, and I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Like, I'm not saying anything, you know, anybody else is, I've done the same thing anybody else has done. But at the same time, you know, we are the Gentiles, and so we really needed Jesus. We really needed the crucifixion. So, you know, this is just a look into how serious God can be and how severe punishments can come. I mean, how many times have we seen a country or something mock God and then something happen? Like Brazil, when they had the Lucifer parade, and then all of a sudden they had that big flood. Or, you know, there's several. I'm not going to get into all of them in this video, trying to keep the video to normal time. But there's several times that people mock God, and then sometimes something immediately happens. And then other times it's like a week later, a month later, you know, but something always happens. We all reap what we sow. So do your best to reap the good. Because, or sow the good, so that you reap the good. You reap the good fruit. Let's see. Is there anything else? And here, God also left them a way out, a way to fix things. He said, let's see. Let's go back to verse 11. Israel has sinned, and they have also violated my covenant, which I commanded them. And they have even taken some of the things designated for destruction, and have both stolen and kept it a secret. Furthermore, they have put them among their own things. And then, therefore, the sons of Israel cannot stand against their enemies. They turn their backs before their enemies, because they have become designated for destruction. I will not be with you anymore unless you eliminate from your midst the things designated for destruction. So basically, he always gives us a way out. We just have to be willing to take it and do it. Alright, y'all, if this is the first time one of my videos, if you would, please drop me a follow, hit that like button, share the video. I don't say that just to be a grifter, I say that because that's just the way the algorithm works now. So do that for anybody that you enjoy their content. Big, small, medium, every creator. The best way you can help us outside of prayer is interacting with the videos. I know I keep talking about the stream, trying to get it started back up. I really might, I can't tomorrow probably. Tomorrow's kind of a full day. But maybe Thursday or Friday I'll get the streams going again and try to get this ball rolling a little bit more. I'm getting to the point where I have a lot more energy, and because like I started the streams a couple, you know, like a month or two ago, but I was so low energy because I was trying to get back in shape so hard that all my energy was spent doing that, and I wasn't, you know, I wasn't as entertaining or talkative as I needed to be. So I put the streams on the back burner until I got in a little bit better shape, more stamina. That way I can be more entertaining on the mic. But yeah, if you go to Rumble, rumble.com, look up Rage LB, Rage LB, and you'll find my account. My last stream is at the top when you click on my account, and then also you'll see these videos below it. All right, y'all. I may or may not catch y'all tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow's kind of a weird day. I'm still doing my best to get a video out, but just in case I don't, forewarning. All right, y'all. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll catch you the next day. Peace.